archiver, and Hindu diaspora all over the world. Kailasa has a potential population of 2 billion Hindus worldwide, with over 100 million applications to its citizenship already applied. Hinduism has stood over 10,000 years as an enlightened civilization, has been a global beacon of spiritual and timeless wisdom, technology, culture.
He's wearing a grey jacket. His name is Boris.
The world's ancient civilization produced more than 40% of the world's GDP.
Purpose of life is to experience oneness with the ultimate reality, Paramashiva. Life exists on the planet Earth for last 40 billion years, and 5 times life faced complete extinction on the planet Earth. But somewhere one DNA, one cell, living organism is thrown out of planet Earth, preserved inside a volcano rock. After millions of years comes back to Earth due to gravity or whatever reason, gets into the ocean and starts the life again. Sanatana Hindu Dharma is the conscious science to give breakthrough to your DNA through natural selection process and to your consciousness through the conscious decision process. Sanatana Hindu Dharma is a sacred spiritual science. It is not bunch of do's and don'ts. No. Please understand, it is the revelations of sacred truths, cosmic truths, powerful cognition. It is still alive.
Paramasukadam kevalam jnanam dvandvadidam gaganasajam tattvamasyaadhilaksham ekam nityam vimalamachalam sarvadi sakshibhutam bhavaditam trigunarahitam sadgurum tam namami. Nityananda Mall, we welcome all the viewers today for this amazing pre-satsang celebrations with the Paramavatara of Paramashiva, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam. Today, we are going to be looking into a very deep truth, which is stop talking to yourself and start connecting with Paramashiva. Today, all of us are going to be empowered with this powerful cognition where we will start cognizing ourselves as Paramashiva, the embodiment of pure consciousness, and be empowered to manifest any reality that we want from this context that I am Paramashiva. All these various truths that we are sharing with all of you today, these are all from the ancient sacred sciences of Sanatana Hindu Dharma. which the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is presenting in user-friendly manner to one and all today. So let's take a few minutes to look into the grand narrative of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was born in the holy temple town of Tiruvannamalai, and it starts with a Jivanadi that before Nityananda was born, he made 7 be born in the world. 7 crore people were born with him, and after he was born, he invited 7 crore people to this world. He made them to be born in this world. All these 21 crore people who are meant to be born before, after, and with the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, they're all the peacekeepers of Kailasa they came from Kailasa to Bhuloka to create the Kailasa in this world. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was born in the temple town of Tiruvannamalai, and just at the age of 3, he was initiated into Bhala Sannyas, and he was identified as an incarnation by enlightened beings and the predecessors. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism had received coronations from 21 plus Hindu kingdoms through the years. He is the incumbent emperor of Suryavamsa Surangi Samrajyam. He is the present 23rd Guru Mahasanidhanam of Dharmamukti Swargapura Adinam, and he is elected as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism by the congregation of more than 1,000 plus Hindu seers and pontiffs. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has formed the sovereign state of Kailasa, which is the first nation of all the Hindus and the ancient enlightened Hindu civilization nation run by the sovereign order of Kailasa. What you are seeing here is the permanent ambassador of Sri Kailasa presenting the persecution that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism went through for a decade, and the persecution of all the Hindus that they went through over the centuries for the very first time is presented in the international audience in United Nations. 8 reports are recognized by the United Nations about the persecution that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and the Kailasa went through over the decade. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has formed the sovereign state of Kailasa, which has a permanent population of 110 million citizens, entered into several states, entered into diplomatic relations with several states. It has a government, and it has a sovereign land in more than one place. So it is in alignment with the Montevideo Convention of what qualifies as a nation. And the Kailasa is recognized by the US Senate and the US House of Representatives, where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is recognized as a sovereign of the sovereign state of Sri Kailasa. Upholding and reaffirming the noble ideals of freedom, prosperity, harmony for achieving these 17 sustainable development goals of United Nations, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has formed this 108 Sri Kailasa United Nations that is committed towards a sustainable, equitable world to propagate peace, security, prosperity, and many more. Kailasa's achievements over the years. Hinduism was awarded with 3 Guinness records, 2 being the largest rope yoga and the largest pole yoga and the largest formation of Om symbol. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has received more than 10 Asia Book of Records, with the maximum book of records published by a single author, maximum hours of a public discourse delivered by an individual. Yes, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism inaugurated the Ishanya project in alignment with the Sustainable Development Goals of United Nations in ensuring ensuring zero wastage in the planet Earth. And there are several such beautiful initiatives that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has given to the world in the last 27 years. And one such most promising initiative and the contribution of him is making the science, third eye science, the science of third eye awakening, made available to one and all. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has initiated millions of people into the science of third eye awakening, And what you're going to witness is a beautiful demonstration by the initiated sannyasis, initiated disciples of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, who is going to demonstrate this amazing power of superconscious powers of Paramashiva. Let's get ready to watch this demonstration.
Today is the best day. Sadashiva appears for Brahma and Vishnu. Whatever I shared till now, condensing the whole thing and reviving it as experience, starting from completion, unclutching, power manifestation, the states of consciousness, and the planes, multiple planes, everything. You will become Paramashiva. The Indian mass media cult and cinema industry, whether Bollywood or Dollywood or Bollywood or Sandalwood or all, the whole cinema industry in India, heavily funded by anti-Hindu elements, and they have successfully done the continuous hate speech at least for last 50 years.
Nityanandam, we welcome all of you to the next segment of today's webinar, which is the segment of power manifestation. We, the Balasans of the Nityananda Gurukul, are honored and excited to have all of the participants live here with us today. My name is Maniti Yoga Pranananda, and along have a small introduction about these Shaktis. In the Vedagamas, the source scriptures of Hinduism, Paramashiva reveals in elaborate detail that every human being is hardwired to be able to manifest the 463 plus extraordinary Shaktis of Paramashiva. These Shaktis, these powers, is a science for every human being to be able to manifest and experience higher states of consciousness. Shaktis manifest from the fundamental cognition that you are the divine and that you need to manifest the divine, not from the cognition that you are a man and that you need to reach the divine. So let us now understand the difference between Shaktis and Siddhis.
Shaktis manifest from the source of enlightenment. As a side effect, you establish a strong feeling connection with the Guru, and Shaktis are the source of enlightenment. Whereas siddhis are manifested from tapas or penance for enlightenment, and siddhis are on the path of enlightenment. Whereas shaktis manifest through ordinary human being in an extraordinary way just by one initiation from the avatar, and shaktis are permanent. Whereas siddhis are not permanent and they divert you from enlightenment itself. So, how the science of power manifestation has been authenticated as per the Vedas and Madhyamas. Let us learn about it.
Yes. This science of power manifestation is authentic of evidences, also known as pramanas. The first Shastra Pramana, which is the eternal unchangeable truths that are revealed in the source scriptures. The next is the Apta experiences and results of Aptas, the authorities of Hinduism, the rishis and the scientists who have time tested and verified this science. The third is the Atma Pramana, which is the experience of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, our beloved Swamiji. And the last is the Pratyaksha Pramana, which is the empirical evidence from observation or scientific experimentation. So let us now understand who is the source of all of these Shaktis and how these Shaktis came to place.
Paramashiva is the source of all these Shaktis, who is the primordial divinity in Hinduism, who is the ultimate reality and cause, who is self-effulgent, Swayam Prakasha, all-pervading, unchanging beyond time, space, form, and causality. As a fundamental base of Avyakta that manifests existence and Vyakta that manifests existence, he performs the Pancha-Kritya, the 5 cosmic acts of Srishti, the creation, Sati, sovereign rulership and maintenance, Samhara, rejuvenation, Throbhava, pulling out the deletion, and Anugraha, liberating grace for all living entities in the multitudes. So, how do we exactly manifest these Shaktis in us?
When every ultimate truth, Jnana, is mapped into our consciousness, Prajna, it starts manifesting as a power and a possibility for every being, Prajnana. So let us now watch a small video which beautifully explains about the science of Diksha, the science of initiation. How just with one touch, word or look by the avatar, we can get initiated into these Shaktis and start manifesting them.
Diksha is the direct transfer of spiritual energy by an enlightened being through look, word, or touch. The traditional Vedic book Navaratneshwara states, Sarvasamapi dikshanam muktihi phalamakhanditam avirodhat bhavantyeva prasangyastu bhuktayaha. The main benefit of all initiations is moksha, enlightenment. As a side effect, health, wealth, leadership, and well-being happen. And in Rudrayamala Tantra, Shiva says, Devi diksha vihinasya na siddhihi na cha sadgatihi tasmat sarva prayatnena guruna dikshito bhavet. The one who is not initiated does not attain liberation nor a better future. So by all efforts, one should get initiated by Guru. What is the science of initiation? Neuroscience has proved that the process of initiation floods the brain. This is the superconscious energy of Kundalini, our own highest inner potential energy. As the Kundalini flows from the thalamus to the cortex, it sets up a powerful energy loop within the brain, which awakens the latent non-mechanical parts which we have never used before. With increasing levels of coherence, the whole brain comes alive, turning into a superconductor of conscious energies that heal, empower, transform our lives, bliss and fulfillment. Initiation creates high awareness, visualization, creativity. It also slows the aging process and improves the immune system. Kundalini awakening, healing experience, levitation, teleportation, materialization. Experience the power of initiation through a range of exclusive programs conducted at the ashram. Nityananda Dhyanapitham, Nityananda Nagar, Birdi, Bengaluru. Contact.
Yes. So let us now get ready to witness a very unique and exciting demonstration of the power of third eye. Let us now listen to the Shastra Pramana. The Shastra Pramana for the power of third eye comes from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, Sutra 34. Kapalantarmanonyasa tishtannilitalochanaha kramen manasodardhyat lakshaye lakshamuttavam. The translation goes, by fixing the mind on the inner space within the crown center and sitting stably without any movement, having the eyes closed in succession, by that stability of the mind and inner space, through the power of third eye, one directly sees the ultimate goal, Lakshyam. And by having the vision beyond the sight that reveals any object or place, attaining the space of oneness with the source, Paramashiva.
Yes. The next is the Apta Pramana for the power of third eye, which is taken from Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter 11, verse 8, where Bhagavan Shri Krishna beautifully says to Arjuna,
Natu mam shakyase drashtum anenaiva swachakshusha divyam dadami te chakshuhu pashyame yogamaishwaram.
The translation goes, but you cannot see my cosmic form with these physical eyes of yours. Therefore, I grant you divine third eye vision, behold my cosmic opulence. In the Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Shri Krishna initiates Arjuna the power of third eye to behold Shri Krishna's Vishwarupa Darshan, which is the cosmic form of Bhagavan Shri Krishna. In the 11th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, which contains a detailed description of Bhagavan Shri Krishna's cosmic form, is completely narrated by Arjuna as he sees Shri Krishna through his third eye.
The next is the Atma Pramana, which is the experience of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. In Swamiji's own words, the first experience is that I was able to see everything around me, above me, the whole 360-degree vision, the 10 directions, below me, everything. I realized not only I was able to see, I was able to feel and experience all of that as me.
And the next is the Pratyaksha Pramana, scientific experimentation done on this power. So you can see over here a diagram which has been projected, which shows the studies and compare the methodological activity of the brain in conscious and meditative states using the positron emission tomography, the PET. So when doing daily activities, higher activities measure in the brain where the third eye is located. And when in these states of samadhi, only the third eye is active and almost 90% of the brain is at peace. So with this beautiful understanding we get from Pramanas,
let us now enter into the demonstration of the extraordinary Shakti of power of third eye right after a short break.
Whatever I shared till now, condensing the whole thing and reviving it as experience, starting from completion, unclutching, power manifestation, the states of consciousness and the planes, multiple planes, everything. you will become Paramashiva. Whatever I shared till now, condensing the whole thing and reviving it as experience, starting from completion, unclutching, power manifestation, the states of consciousness, and the planes, multiple planes, everything.
Yes, Nityanandam. So let us now enter and jump into the direct demonstration of the extraordinary Shaktis of third eye. So along with me, I have the surgical eye patches. These are tested by the ophthalmologist and completely proven that no light can enter once it is placed on Mavarija's eye. It will completely stick around her eyes and not allow any light to enter. So these are the eye patches which I'm going to be placing on Mavarija's eyes now. Yes, Mavarija, are you comfortable?
I request you to adjust this eye patch when I open up.
Yes?
Yes.
Yeah. So as all of you can see, Mavarija's eyes are completely blindfolded and covered. Mavarija, I request you to turn to your left, right, and tilt your chin a little bit upwards and show all of the viewers that there is no possible way for light to enter and that your eyes are completely closed. Yes. So I request the screen to be projected now. Yes. So first, we are going to challenge for Mavarija today. We are going to be traveling to different places in the world today. So along with me, I have various random chips, and I will be shuffling all of these cards and handing over any random card to Mavarija, and she is going to be picking out. She is going to be reading the name of the place which is written on the card, and the place will be projected on the screen, and Mavarija will be describing. Yes. So, are you ready, Mavarija? Are you ready for this challenge?
Yes.
Yes. So now I'm going to be shuffling the card. Yes. Okay. So the world's most iconic street. Yes. So as all of you can see, this is exactly what is written on the chit over here. Yes. So I request first this place to be projected. Yes, and as all of you can see that there are many sheets of paper over here, and it is all completely blank. So I'll be handing this over to Maharija. Yes, so you can draw on this. All of you can see it's completely blank. There's nothing in the paper. Here you go. Yes. Meanwhile, I request the place to be projected. Yes. So Maharija, can you start reading out what is projected on the screen and read out the different topics? Then we'll be going into the specific topic of the world's most iconic street. Behind the scenes of India's railways, discover Guam. I request it to be scrolled down. The world's most iconic. Discover some of the world's most notable winding roads, shopping strips, and areas known for the street performance. So they've given a list of places. Okay, so why don't you go ahead and read out the different places? Lombard Street, San Francisco, Oxford Circus, London, Avenue des Champs Elysees, Paris, Fifth Avenue, La Rambla, Barcelona, Wall Street, New York, Bangkok. Yes. So as Margarita is reading, I request all of the viewers, as all of you can see on the screen, I request all of you to post your options in the YouTube live chat below. And you can also go ahead and post your comments. Anything which you want Margarita to read out loud, you can post emojis, you can post numbers, words, any different language, anything is fine. Margarita will be reading it out live through the third eye. Okay, so where are we right now, Margarita? Koning Charlie Dusseldorf. Dusseldorf named Shopping Street, completed in 1804, was declared a historical monument in 1994. It was originally called Castellini and renamed Koning Sully in 1851. Dusseldorf residents call it the Go. It is more than a destination for all things luxury, from fashion to cafes. The 1 kilometer road is lined with bridges, fountains, restored houses, and approximately 120 chestnut trees. Running parallel to the street is a 580-meter moat where visitors can spot ducks and so on. Yes, beautiful. So what are you able to see? I'm able to see the fountain over there. I'm able to see a guy who's holding something, and from there the water is coming out. So I request another picture of this solution. Meanwhile, Magarija, you can describe the colors, the place, whatever you're able to see.
There's a lot of buildings over there. One of the buildings I'm able to see has like a yellow, light yellow kind of roof and shaped like a dome shape. And next to that also the building roof is like a dome. And you will see and we will see trees over there. And there's the chestnut tree.
Okay, yes. So now let's move on to the next place. I'll again be shuffling all of the cards.
Okay. So we're going to discover the pieces in Japan.
Yes, as all of you can see, that is what is written on the chip. Yes, Magarija, why don't you go ahead and start reading what you're able to see?
Warming climate. Wildlife of Africa. Japan.
Yes.
Request the screen to be scrolled up. Explore Japan's notable castles, historic religious sites, and stunning natural scenery. So this list of places given: Okinawa, Okayama, Yakushima, Nishiawa, Toyonokun, Kyoto, Matsugata, Hamanako, no Furano, Niseko, Asokuzu, Snow Country, Sasebo, Ojika.
Yes, so I request all of the participants, please go ahead and post your option. Which one would you like Magarija, which place would you like Magarija to go to? And she will be traveling to that area through the third eye and Good Friday.
Domon Fuji. Yakushima is a very small, it's a small island covered in cedar forest. Many of the trees are 1,000 years old. They are called Yakusugi. From the island's name and Sugi, the Japanese word for cedar. One tree, the Jamun Sugi, is believed to be 1,000 years old. Jomon is the name of the prehistoric people who lived there. The tree is surrounded by observation depth that were erected to prevent damaging its ancient roots. So what are you able to see? So maybe you see the lots of trees over there. The Yakushima tree. Yes, then what else? You see the roots, the star pieces, to go up. It sounds like a nice field area. The next is the Wilson Cabo. A trail on Yakushima Island leads to the ancient German city Sedar. There are a number of massive trees along the way, including the one that was cut down more than 400 years ago. Its stump is named after American botanist who discovered it. You can walk inside into a small shrine, and if you look up, the opening to the sky is in the shape of a giant heart. You can see that's the heart. Yes, so why don't you draw the shape of the opening? So as all of you can see, this is what Margaret has drawn, and as all of you can see on the screen, this is exactly what is projected also. Yes, beautiful. So why don't we travel to the next place now? So I'll again be shuffling all of the cards. Yes, here you go. The next place that you're going to visit is the New Zealand. Yes. As all of you can see, that is exactly what is written on the card. Yes. Yes, Margarita, where is New Zealand on this screen over here? Oh, yeah. Yes, next to discover the Mariana Island. From mountain peaks to underground caves, take a closer look at the natural wonders that are unique to New Zealand. So the some of the places which are given are the Sutherland Islands, Somes Islands, Mount Hutt, Tiha Beach, Mount Victoria, Cathedral Cove, Hot Water Beach, Rainbow Giant Sand Dunes, Wellington Waterfront, Waihi Gold Mine Tours, and the White Island Ruakuri Cave. Yes, so I request all of the participants, please go ahead and post your comments for New Zealand also. Which one would you like Margarita to pick and choose? Yes. Yes, Margarita, why don't you read out what the cursor is pointing at? Wakari White Island. Yes. Yeah, maybe say lots of mountains and everything, and maybe say lots of smoke. Wakari White Island. Explorer Captain James Cook gave this island its European name, White Island, after the smoke he saw, but it's known by the Maori as Te Puiao Wakari, the dramatic volcano. New Zealand's most active volcano is located 48 kilometers, which is 30 miles, off the coast of New Zealand's North Island. The crater walls, which rise more than 305 meters, which is 1,000 feet, above the bay, are just the peak of a larger mountain hidden underwater. Yes. So why don't you describe what you're able to see, Mamirija? We will see lots of smoke coming from under, and we will see lots of mountains. The next is the Ruakuri Cave. Ruakuri Cave is a solar-powered cave in Baltimore that offers visitors a unique subterranean experience. It's New Zealand's longest guided underground walking tour and takes about 1.5 hours to complete. Tour highlights include a descent down a spiral entrance, limestone formation, crystal tape trees, and glowworm sightings. Yes, so why don't you start describing what you're able to see? It's the cave you're able to see. White in color. Off-white and yellow color. And that's the entrance to the cave. Yes, anything else you're able to see? And we will see this like yellow lights inside the cave, and we will see something like melting down. And that was an amazing demonstration of the power of third eye, Mamirija. And this is what we wanted to demonstrate to all of you today. And now I'll be removing the eye patch from Mamirija's eyes. As all of you can see, it is completely stuck. Yes. Beautiful. That was an amazing demonstration, Mamirija. And yes. So with this, we are going to be concluding this segment of power manifestation. And we thank all of you for joining along with us. And please stay tuned for the upcoming session. Thank you, Nityananda.
Whatever I shared till now, condensing the whole thing and reviving it as experience, starting from completion, unclutching, power manifestation, the states of consciousness, and the planes, multiple planes, everything. You will become Paramashiva.
Yes. Now, that was the demonstration of subconscious powers of Paramashiva by the initiated Balasans of Nityananda Gurukul. And now we will be looking into a beautiful, powerful cognition, understanding the consciousness that you are Paramashiva. What does it mean by stop listening to yourself, stop talking to yourself, start talking to Paramashiva? Start talking, start connecting with the Paramashiva inside each and every one of us. Connect with that Paramashiva and experience the Shuddhadvaita, the Paramadvaita, and the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam, is explaining this entire science in a very user-friendly manner. How we can solve every problem in our lives by just establishing our conscious sovereignty. Let us take a look at it.
Paramashiva's direct message from Kailasa. Listen. Your experience about you is conscious sovereignty. In reality, your experience about you is conscious sovereignty. Your prenatal, postnatal habits listen intensely. The conscious sovereignty is the core of your reality. Your prenatal, postnatal habits cannot bind you or chain you. Prenatal habits are called karmas. Postnatal habits are called patterns. Both together can be called as mind. Mind which chains you, binds you with your prenatal, postnatal patterns, habits, attitudes, karmas cannot bind you in reality. Listen. I am revealing the truth as it is. This is literally Nirvana Diksha. Truth as it is, without being clothed, dressed, or any makeup. Raw, straight, wild, real truth as it is. Your conscious sovereignty is your reality. Your prenatal patterns and habits and karmas, postnatal patterns and habits and karmas, nothing can actually bind you. Nothing can actually chain you. The very purpose Paramashiva manifesting as this incarnation and manifesting, realizing and manifesting the truth. You are consciousness. You may have intelligence, mind, body, various layers. But you are consciousness. Your layers are not you. You are consciousness, the core substance out of which you are made, or the core existence of you, the core unit of you is consciousness. You may have mind, you may have body, all the other things like a wealth, relationships, but you are consciousness. Second, consciousness is the ultimate. Third, declaring the sovereignty of your consciousness. Declaring sovereignty of your consciousness. Your consciousness is the supreme, most powerful, highest, Your consciousness is most powerful, highest existence. Listen. Working on your conscious reality will wake up your conscious sovereignty in you that will solve millions of problems you are facing in your life, even in a very practical, strategic way. You always think, will my conscious sovereignty help me to strategize and win in my life? You think, oh, if I am awakened, achieve conscious sovereignty, I may leave all this and that way all my problems will be solved. But I wanted to play this game and very strategically, successfully. Hey, I'm telling you, wake up to the higher conscious sovereignty. You will be amazingly strategic. Amazingly strategic. Successful. Extremely blissful. Declare your conscious sovereignty, supremacy over your prenatal, postnatal karmas and patterns, habits, attitudes. Everything you acquired before your birth, prenatal, after your birth, postnatal. Declare your conscious sovereignty, conscious over all that. Prenatal, postnatal cannot bind you. Cannot bind you. How your nightmares cannot bind you. Even when you go through your nightmares, you are not really affected. Listen. In your nightmare, if you are seeing a snake biting you, a poisonous snake biting you, it's not that your body really gets poisoned and you die. No. All nightmare is designed ultimately to wake you up. All delusions are designed ultimately to enlighten you. Sani comes in your life. Rahu comes in your life only to Guru and give you enlightenment. Understand? Even your delusion is nothing more than you just slapping your face and waking yourself. How sometimes in the morning you wash your face and just slap yourself and wake you up. Or stretch your body, do yoga and make yourself fully awake. Same way, Your delusions are designed to wake you up. Listen. Your realization of your conscious sovereignty will bring ultimate relationship between you and me. You know, you are Paramashiva, I am Paramashiva, and with extreme oneness, how you love you, you will love me. Only a person who realizes his conscious sovereignty, his relationship with me, it will be eternal. I trust only that relationship. This is the chastity of your soul, consciousness.
We welcome everyone back. And today is such an auspicious and such an important day for all of us, because today begins one of the most important celebrations for Kailasa, where we celebrate the happening of the Avatar. We celebrate the Avatara Dina Mahotsava, the Brahmotsavam, Avatar Dina Brahmotsavam. And this is extremely auspicious for all of us that are sitting here. And I know so far we have been learning about some of the powerful truths, the 5 important cognitions that Swamiji revealed for us to experience Paramashiva. And like Swamiji said, start talking to Paramashiva, stop talking to yourself. This is an amazing truth for all of us, because so many of us spend so much in our life.
So now we are very special satsang. The satsang where Swamiji, from intense samadhi, after having the darshan of Arunachala, the Mahadipam that happened, we are going to be listening to that great revelation that Swamiji had revealed. So this is a very important satsang, and it's very important even in terms of preparing yourself. So stay tuned now. Let us all get ready to watch that satsang now.
உலகம் முழுவதும் கூடியிருக்கும் அன்பர்கள், பக்தர்கள், சீடர்கள், இந்துக்கள் அனைவருக்கும் கார்த்திகை தீபத் திருநாள் நல்லாசிகள், வாழ்த்துக்கள். உங்கள் அனைவரையும் வணங்கி வரவேற்கின்றேன். திருவண்ணாமலையில் நேரலையில் அமர்ந்திருக்கும் அனைத்து பக்தர்களையும் ஆனந்தத்தோடு வரவேற்கின்றேன். இன்று கைலாசா திருவண்ணாமலை லட்சக்கணக்கான மக்களுக்கு அன்னதானம் செய்து கிரிவலம் வரும் பக்தர்களுக்கு தங்களுடைய சேவையை கைலாசா திருவண்ணாமலை செய்திருக்கின்றது. இது எனக்கு மிகுந்த மகிழ்ச்சியை தருகின்றது. மலைவலம் வரும் பக்தர்கள் பரமசிவனின் வடிவங்களே. அண்ணாமலையே பரமசிவ ஸ்வரூபம். அண்ணாமலையை வலம் வரும் பக்தர்கள் அனைவரும் பரமசிவ ஸ்வரூபம். அதனால் அவர்களுக்கெல்லாம் அன்னதானம் செய்வது, அண்ணாமலையானுக்கே அன்னதானம் செய்வது போன்று பெரும் நன்மை, பெரும் புண்ணியம். இது பெரும் தர்மம். தானங்களில் மிகப்பெரிய நல்ல அன்னதானம் நிகழ்ந்து எல்லோருக்கும் நன்மை உண்டாகட்டும். இன்று சிறப்பாக அன்னதானம் மட்டுமல்லாது ஔஷத அன்னதானம் நிகழ்ந்தது. நம்முடைய இந்து பாரம்பரியத்திலே உணவே மருந்தாக எடுத்துக்கொள்ளப்படுகின்ற மூலிகைகள், இயற்கை தானியங்கள், இவைகளெல்லாம் கலந்த ஔஷத அன்னதானம் வழங்கப்பட்டது. இது பரமசிவனுக்கு பெருமகிழ்ச்சி அளிக்கும் நன்மை. மிகுந்த மகிழ்ச்சி, ஆனந்தம். சேவை செய்தோருக்கும் ஔஷத அன்னதானம் பெற்றோருக்கும் எல்லோருக்கும் நன்மை அமையும், நன்மை பொங்கும். அண்ணாமலையை வலம் வந்து ஔஷத அன்னதானம் பெற்றவர்களுக்கு உடல் நலம், மனநலம், உயிர் நலம், எல்லா வளமும் ஞானமும் சக்திகளும் எல்லாம் மலர்ந்து நன்மையும் யோகமும் எல்லா நன்மையும் கிடைத்து எல்லாம் மலர்ந்து எல்லா பேரானந்தமும் கிடைத்து பெருநன்மைகளும் உண்டாகி எல்லோரும் பேரருளாலே பரமசிவ பரம்பொருளின் பேராசியினாலே எல்லா வளமும் பெற்று வாழ்வீர்களாக, எல்லா நலமும் பெற்று வாழ்வீர்களாக. பரமசிவ பரம்பொருள் தன் இருப்பின் பலத்தினால், சக்தியினால் அடிமுடி காணாத அருட்பெருஞ்சோதியாக, தேஜோமய லிங்கமாக காலை வெளிப்படுகின்ற நிகழ்வைத்தான் காலை பரணி தீபமாக கண்டீர்கள். பிரம்மாவும் விஷ்ணுவும் அடியையோ முடியையோ காண இயலாத வடிவத்தில் தேஜோமய ஸ்வரூபமாக பரமசிவ பரம்பொருள் வெளிப்படுவதை பரணி தீபமாக கண்டீர்கள். பெருமான் ஒன்று ஏகன் அநேகனாய் மலர்ந்து தன்னைத்தானே அவர் இருப்பையும் அவர் சார்ந்து நாம் என்று நினைத்துக் கொண்டிருக்கும் நம் இருப்பையும் ஆனந்தமாய் அனுபவிக்கின்றார், கொண்டாடுகின்றார். இந்த பரமசிவ பரம்பொருளின் இருப்பு ஏகன் அநேகனான இந்த பெரும் நிகழ்வும் பிறகு பிரபஞ்சமெல்லாம் பிரம்மாவிற்குள் ஒடுங்கி, பிரம்மா விஷ்ணுவிற்குள் ஒடுங்கி, விஷ்ணு.
Yes. Now, what we were just listening to is a beautiful blessing that Swamiji gave all of us in Tamil. And now, what we are next going to be watching is the revelation, very, very, very powerful revelation that Swamiji had revealed in English. Actually, the intense space of Samadhi, like even if you don't understand the language Tamil, even if you just
seeing that itself awakens so many cognitions in us, and not just that itself awakens the Kundalini Shakti in us.
Absolutely. So now that is what we are experiencing now. Just in a few more minutes, we are going to be listening to that satsang of Swamiji. Us are preparing, and like this Kartigai Deepam and Barnitham that just got over yesterday is one of the most grandest festivals for Kailasa, given that how it was the holy Kshetra where Paramashiva himself has reincarnated again as our Swamiji. Now, what happens to us when we listen to the satsang? What exactly happens to us?
The moment, just listening to the satsang awakens the non-mechanical parts of our brain. One, satsang itself is a profound sitting with the master where we have all the life solutions and the initiation where we receive the powerful truths, cognitions, which becomes our default go-to when there are obstacles or problems in life. So it's literally like you are coding your inner software with the right cognitions to operate and deal life from. And secondly, sitting with the master itself has an utmost importance in Hinduism. It's called Upanishad, where just by you sitting in the presence of the master, you have all the intense life positivity, powerful cognitions, truths, everything transmitted to you. And that is called Diksha, where just by sitting in the presence of the master, you awaken all the powerful consciousness and confidence inside of you.
So beautiful. Actually, that's what reminds me even of this mirror neuron effect that actually happens to us, right? Like whenever we see anything, how many of you, the viewers that are watching us live right now, how many of you have had an experience that you watch a movie
And while you're watching the movie, let's say that there is a part where it's a very emotional scene and the actors are crying or very emotional, and you found yourself teared up, or you found yourself, your heart also literally churning and experiencing the same emotion that the actors are experiencing in the movie. How many of you have had such a similar experience? Please let us know in the comment section. Any movie that you have watched so far, any movies, whether even if it's a horror movie that you watch, and what's happening there in the people that are there, and they're getting scared, and you see that, and even you experience the same fear inside you, even though you know that this is just acting, even though you know the actors are just acting, you still, when you see an emotional film, you get affected by it. How many of you have had such an experience? Please share with us in the comment section. Understand, you are experiencing the mirror neuron effect. Now, when we are watching a movie and getting this effect, it is a very low level, the one that we get, and this affects us emotionally. But what happens when the darshan actually happens? I should say, actually, just sitting in the presence of a human being and watching the movies, if that can create so much of impact in us, imagine what happens to your brain when it sits in the presence of the highest possible superconscious breakthrough that human beings can have, which is the avatar. And that is exactly what each and every one of your brain will experience during the Nityananda Satsang. When you sit in the presence of the Swami, presence of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, and you receive all the powerful cognition center. So now let us all get ready to have the darshan of Swamiji. Before that, let us prepare ourselves listening to the satsang. So let's all watch the satsang, and please listen to this carefully. And after you listen to the satsang, please share your understandings in the YouTube comment section. Let's watch the satsang now.
Om Nityanandeshwara Paramashiva Samarambam Nityanandeshwari Paramashiva Shakti Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. I welcome you all. Love, I welcome all of you with my love and blessings. I welcome all the practicing Hindus from all over the world. I welcome all the Sarvanya Pita Kartas, Yajamans, manifestors, everyone sitting with us all over the world with my love and blessings. I welcome all the Kayakalpa Yoga participants, Sannyasis, Sarvabharityagis, Sarvanyapita Kartas, Sarvanyapita Yajamans, Sarvanyapita Manifestors, Srimahans, Mahans, Kotari, Tanedar, visitors, viewers, Kayakalpa Yoga participants, Kailasas, E-Gurukul students, Kailasas, NHU students, Vidyeshwaras, Mantreshwaras, Ganeshwaras, Lokeshwaras, Astreshwaras, I welcome all of you with my love and blessings. Paramashiva's direct message from Maha Kailasa. Blessings, blessings, blessings on this auspicious energy field. Maha Kailasa, Paramashiva's very own being, is celebrating its existence as itself and all of us. He manifests as a Big Bang, as Bharani Deepam, the Adimudigana Arutperunjodi, the pure conscious shaft, Tejomaya Swarupa, the conscious shaft, Tejo Linga. The top and bottom could not be found by Brahma and Vishnu. As Tejo Linga, he manifests and he celebrates his own existence as himself and as all of us. And he becomes one with Devi. The Devi is the Devi Parashakti, Paramashiva Shakti, is the last person to become one with Paramashiva during the Mahapralaya. When everything merges into Brahma, Brahma merges into Vishnu, Vishnu merges into Devi, Devi merges into Paramashiva and becomes Ardhanarishwara. At Mahapralaya end, what happens is shown as Ardhanarishwara Darshana. Lingodbhava and Ardhanari both happens spontaneously, consistently, continuously is Paramashiva. Let us celebrate the cosmic being and happening of Paramashiva by cognizing him. When you cognize him, the greatest thing will happen in you is you will dissolve in him. You become him. Your whole being expands and you become him. Today, from that space, I bless you all. Paramashiva's blessings. It is such wonderful happening. With few words I am explaining, but there is so much happening in Maha Kailasa, in the being of Paramashiva. Understand, practice this knowledge in Kailasa, perform in Maha Kailasa. Practice devotion in Kailasa, perform in Maha Kailasa. Learn in Kailasa, celebrate in Maha Kailasa. Get trained in Kailasa, live enlightenment in Mahakailasa. Enjoy the ultimate, enjoy the greatest, enjoy the pure life, enjoy celebrating Paramashiva. Understand? His very being can reflect in your very being, and this manifests there. He manifesting as Lingodbhava, Tejo Linga, Big Bang, and celebrating his existence, and he, whole universe, merges into Brahma, Brahma merges into Vishnu, Vishnu merges into Devi Paramashiva Shakti, Devi Paramashiva Shakti becomes one with Paramashiva. Ardhanarishwara, Lingodbhava and Ardhanarishwara happening simultaneously, synergetically, spontaneously, continuously in vertical time zones, in multiple dimensions, in all levels of consciousness, synergetically. Is being of Paramashiva, even trying to cognize, you will have a glimpse of him. How he is playing this in all 25 consciousness, how he is playing this in all the 5 dimensions of creation, sustenance, rejuvenation, putting in delusion and liberation. How he manifests, manages, celebrates, enjoys. How he is happening. How he is. Celebrate it. Celebrate it. Celebrate it. உலகம் முழுவதும் whatever I shared till now, condensing the whole thing and reviving it as experience, starting from completion, unclutching, power manifestation, the states of consciousness, and the planes, multiple planes, everything. You will become Paramashiva. Whatever I shared till now, condensing the whole thing and reviving it as experience, starting from completion, unclutching, power manifestation, the states of consciousness, and the planes, multiple planes, everything.
Yes, welcome back, Nityanam, everyone. So, what were your understandings? I request everyone to take a few minutes and share your understandings, your clicks, whatever clicks that you had so far from the satsang that we just watched. Please take a few minutes and share those clicks with us.
And also all the participants, everybody that are watching us live right now. Today is the auspicious day marking the beginning of the Jayanti Brahmotsava, the celebration of the happening of Avatar. And when we are going to commence this beautiful celebration, it just reminds me of how the Avatar descends in the Bhagavata Purana. There's a very beautiful description how every grass in Vrindavan, every rock in Vrindavan, literally every leaf in Vrindavan used to crave for Krishna. Every leaf used to chant the name of Krishna, 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 calling out to him for him to descend, for him to come and grace that place. All the flowers and everyone, all the plants, everyone were waiting for the descent of Krishna, for him to come and touch them.
I'm seeing so many comments also coming down, like how all the grasses and stones are like literally yearning for Bhagavan Krishna's.
Realize how it must be the same for every avatar that happens, and that is what pulls an avatar down to planet Earth. It reminds me of a very powerful revelation that Swamiji gave of what makes an avatar come down. It is the collective consciousness of humanity when the whole planet Earth goes into a conscious need, and automatically an avatar gets attracted and pulled down to planet Earth.
I'm seeing so